Welcome or welcome back. Today I would like to hold space for myself and for you to make this more of a sharing. For me, I know that I receive a lot of kind of assessing and actualizing and alchemizing of my inner world when I hear other people sharing their experience. I can sometimes draw a connection to it, or maybe I just don't feel so alone in that experience. So my intention with this video is for you to have a little insight into my own journey with coming out of a partnership or a relationship breakdown. And maybe there's something you can take from that, or maybe you simply just want to hear and you're curious as to how it went down or how we ended things. So to give you a little bit of context, this is my previous partner who I was with for 3 years, and I was crazy in love with him. And I really had super high hopes for our journey forward in life. I was ready to change roles of my job. I was ready to change location geographically to make our partnership work. But it came to a point in our relationship where he wasn't really feeling a connection. And I think our misalignment was coming to the surface. And maybe he was seeing it before me. And the fact that he saw it first helped me to see it then second. So what happened was we lost intimacy for a period of time, maybe it was 4 or 5 months. And I felt incredibly alone in our partnership. I felt like I was burying parts of myself and trying to fit into his reality and what he needs from me in partnership, as opposed to showing up as my full embodied multi-dimensional self. And the parts that I was burying more than anything were my spirituality and my fluidity and my openness just to meet life and where it takes me, as well as having very kind of set ideas and goals and visions. I'm quite a flowy person, and I don't think that was his style. So it got to this crossroad point around 3 years into our partnership where it wasn't happening. And I felt very sad about this. And I was still giving a lot and trying a lot, and I felt I was met with no affection, no thirst or desire to alter things. So I needed to make some choices. And I wanted to explore how open he was at that stage to finding help with me. There were 2 options that were going to come through at this time. It was either we find a solution and we move through our differences and we find a way of making this work, or we go our separate path. And to make this decision a little bit more supportive and neutral, I really desired to have a professional involved. So I asked him if he'd be open to seeking therapy together, couples counselling, to see if we can move forward together or if we need to go our separate ways. And we had 3 sessions in total. He did agree to come with some resistance and some resentment. But once we were in the room, he was very much there and responsive and kind of with the process, which was great. And as was I. I just wanted to either feel like we were moving towards something that we shared, or for me to go my own way and do it my way. So within these sessions, a lot came up and a lot was unearthed. It was a very painful experience for me, but also very healing and clarifying, because I got to see, like, right in front of my eyes where we were at. Without my rose-tinted spectacles, which I like to wear around the world, I could actually see our relationship for what it was, from like a bird's eye view, and what our future was to look like both ways if we were to go together or separately. And by the 3rd session, it was very clear that we weren't to be together, that we would find much more joy in life either individually or in a different partnership. By the third session, I was already boxed up. My items from our shared space were packed, and I had gone to a hotel for 4 nights a week, and my ex-partner at the time, he would go in the van for a couple of nights, and then we'd rotate on the sofa and the bed so that we could find a bit of spaciousness within that transition period. We went through all of our assets that we had shared, and we very neutrally decided and agreed upon what was staying with who, how much we were going to distribute, what needed to be resolved financially. And I found my own place to live. I was in a shared house, not far from where we were. It was about a 10-minute drive. And my ex at the time actually helped me pack up and drove me in the van to my next place. Now, me sharing this is not a reflection of maybe what you might be doing or what you would like to do. This is just merely me sharing, and I know that every person and every coupleship is entirely unique. And then we decided that it would be best if we didn't have any contact for at least a couple of months, just to let everything kind of settle. And the first few weeks were so hard. I just wanted to message him all the time and tell him all the little in-jokes that we had shared. But then as the days and the nights progressed and life did its beautiful thing of showing me what I needed, I was able to create a distance between me and him, and also our relationship and what is for me in the future. I took the next 4 months to really dive down into the depths of me and discover who I am further, and decided to then call out and open myself energetically, spiritually to my person. Very quickly things changed after that, and I will go into that more on another video. But that was just me exploring a little bit with you my journey through that relationship breakdown. I know that it can be really challenging, and also that moment of finding your own place or going it alone after so long codependent with this person can be really, really scary and challenging. And I just need to know, I need you to know, and I needed to know at the time, that you are never alone in this, that there are so many people going through exactly the same experience, just in a different shape, or the specifics might be slightly different. But things will get better, and you will come into your own, and you will find wholeness. It took me a long time to recognize my wholeness as an individual again after coming out of that unit of 2. But through lots of healing, through yoga, through meditation, through nourishing and wholesome groups of friends and family support, I was able to come back into full sense of self and wholeness. And it was then when I was in my wholeness that then I could get clear on what I was inviting in. I hope you gained something from that. It was lovely for me to be here with you and to share that with you in this space. I am offering one-on-one experiences to dive deeper, especially during this transition time, and supporting others finding and calling in their life partners. It's never guaranteed, but we're doing the inner work to open ourselves to that. If you would like more information, feel free to message me, leave a comment, and I'll walk you through the next steps. Take care.